And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. Today I am reviewing Quantum Break, released in 2016. I played it on Xbox Game Pass. I was able to play this game, but it was released on multiple different platforms. And if you remember my review of Detroit Become Human, which was one of my first video game reviews, this game is very similar to that game. At least it's supposed to be, with kind of like decision making and not really. I was led to believe it was going to be not very much action, but a lot of choosing your own adventure and kind of seeing where the consequences would lie and trying to get to the end of the game that way. It also integrates with the TV show, also called Quantum Break. I will touch on that a little bit as well. So this game had a lot of hype. But as a lot of you probably know, this game was also a big flop. So where does it land for me? I got a lot of thoughts, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? First off, I will say what a lot of other people have said. This game is pretty broken. Even 9 years now after release, it's pretty broken. Just a lot of things just don't make sense with this game. A lot of character models look really weird. The places are a little off. Frame rate can drop at times, pretty significantly, and just a lot of other really just like weird loopholes in the game that just don't make any sense and don't look like they were really supposed to be there. It just doesn't conduce a very good environment. Mostly. I will be surprised though how irresponsible these people were with how things went with this whole time machine break bullshit. Surprised that they got as far as they did without fucking up more. Just saying. I'm surprised that they've got as close to completion as they did before shit hit the fan. And there's a couple other things that I want to talk about before my real big complaint with this game. I do like that when you make the choices, you can see how many other people chose your decision, like where you fit in with the crowd. Did you like make a very rogue decision? I don't know. It's a nice touch that I wasn't expecting. It's a small thing to add, but I think it's really, really cool to kind of like gauge opinions on how other people that play the game would choose the same situation. And I think that's a really, again, like some small addition, but a nice one nonetheless. And I think that it's also kind of cool that they integrated this game with the show. I personally was not able to watch the show because you have to pay for a streaming service to watch the show. And there was no way in hell that I was going to do that. So I didn't. But if anybody has watched the show, either in the game or out of the game, let me know how it is in the comment section. Now, couple big complaints here. Number one, this game is all about manipulating time. This guy can manipulate time, he can freeze time, he can advance time, he can use time to teleport, go to different places, do different things, whatnot. So why the fuck is there so much gun combat? Why the fuck is there so much gun combat? Completely takes away the entire uniquity premise of the time travel, when we have to go through all of these beat 'em up shooter levels and just clear the room. Recently just played Wolfenstein 2, and that game and this game are very similar. You go into a room. Fuck, my chair just broke. Maybe it didn't break. Maybe we're good. Anyway, we just played Wolfenstein 2, where it's the same fucking thing. You go into a room, you clear it, and you go on. Why would I want to do the same fucking thing here when there's a whole thing about time travel, time manipulation, and all this other bullshit? Why would I want to just walk into a room and clear it? Doesn't make any sense. It's what the fuck? What the fuck's the word I'm looking for? It's lazy. It's unoriginal. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And it's just cheap. I get you. And they kind of work the time travel stuff in, but it's unnecessary because you can easily just do it with a few basics things. I tried to use all the other stuff. It just makes it way too complicated. Instead of having him just grab a gun and shoot everybody like 50,000 other games do, why wouldn't you just have him kind of manipulate time so you can sneak up behind these people? Or better yet, avoid the situation entirely. Or even better, do some cool things to just like mega clear everything out so that you can favor it in your own time. That would be really, really cool, helping integrate a lot of this other stuff. Not necessarily for a combat situation, but so that we could see the abilities that you advertise that make this game so unique, actually put them out there in full force. And you don't. Speaking of the abilities, there's a lot of points where the guy's abilities are just ignored or super nerfed for no reason other than so that we have to find a different way around. Which doesn't make any sense. There will be a whole section where we get to go full force and use some of these cool time manipulation things. We can see into the future and we can do all these things and we can rebuild structures. And then in the next part, we can't do any of that because we're supposed to do a puzzle or clear the room. Why? Why would you do that? Wouldn't you want us to use the cool abilities to get past these situations? That's again my point. Why are you making this game so unoriginal? I know why. Because you don't care. You wanted to sell as many copies as possible without putting as least amount of effort as possible. So you advertised this as a cool thing and then just made another cookie cutter shooter. And what does that really say about you as the developers? I don't know. Not really much to me. At the end of the day, from what I've heard, because again, I didn't get to fully experience it myself, I think the show and the game both suffered from them being merged together like this. And I think it was deserved. I've heard a lot of other things about the game not running as well. I thought it ran fine for me, all things considered. I don't know. It just wasn't a very enjoyable experience. In fact, it was a very infuriating experience because of the fact that it just feels rehashed and the new label on it. And that's just not something that sits well with me. And seeing a lot of other people's reviews and reactions doesn't sit well with them either. So, anyways, that's going to do it for this review. My final score for Quantum Break. I'm going to have to give it a good 5 out of 10. It has some nice pieces. Just would have liked to see them a little better. So, anyways, though, that's going to do for this review. If you've ever played Quantum Break and or watched the show in its full, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.